Good morning students. Today we are doing one of the major topic of human resource management, that is training and development. It is one of the major function of human resource management. In this particular we come to know about the meaning of training and development, objectives of providing training and development to the employees, the importance, significance of training and development, the various methods adopted by the company, the process of training and development, career development and career development process. So firstly start with the training. Training is the process of teaching the new or present employees the basic skill they need to effectively perform their jobs. It is based of personal management. It is provided to operate and adjust with the radical changes take place in technology and the external environment. It is the systematic and scientific method so that the employees discharge their duties and responsibilities easily and effectively and adjust themselves with the radical change circumstances. Training is one of the most crucial and ongoing process which is conducted in the organization, as it is a basic requirement of the human resource. Training is needed because of the changes which are taken place in the external environment, technology. As we go through with the macro to micro to nanotechnology, it is very necessary that the present employees should cope up with the technology and perform their duties and responsibilities most effectively and efficiently. Training is given to increase the knowledge, technical skills and behavioral skills of the employees. And there are the few major definitions. Number one is, it is an act increasing the knowledge and skills of an employee for doing a particular job, by Edwin B. Flippo. Second definition was given by EFL Breach, that is, training is the organized procedure by which people learn the skills for definite purpose. So we can conclude that training is the process that tries to improve skills or add to the existing level of knowledge so that employee is better equipped to do his present job or to mold him to be fit for the higher job involving responsibilities. Now the objectives of training. Number one, to improve the job related skills, establish the feeling of loyalty of work among the workers, to update the knowledge and the technical requirement of the employees timely, to prepare employees for the higher responsibilities and tasks to perform in the organization, to fulfill the desire of promotion and development of the employees, to increase the positive attitude and confidence among the employees according to the changes in the environment, and to mold to adopt changes occurs in the company as well as in the industry. Now the importance of training, why the company giving so much importance or significance to the training. Number one, to meet the job related requirements of the employees, to make aware the employees with the new technological changes, helps in increasing the internal mobility of the organization, improve the quality and quantity of work, helps to reduce the cost of production. It also helps in identifying the effective and ineffective employees. It also helps to adopt the various external and internal environmental changes which take place and reduces the need of supervision among the employees. Now the various methods. The training methods are divided into two. One is lower level training programs and one is executive levels of training programs. Lower level of training programs are given to the lower level of the organization or the daily skilled or unskilled laborers or production labor, and the executive level programs are given to the middle level of management. So firstly we go through with the lower level. in which there are different, these training programs are based on two, on the job and off the job training, under which they are the different like vestibule training, apprenticeship training, classroom training, orientation training, remedial training, promotional training, refresher training and safety training. Next are the executive level training program, which are classified into on the job and off the job. On the job training programs are coaching, experience, understudy, special projects, position rotation and committee assignments. Whereas some of the major off the job training methods are case study, conference, seminars, brainstorming, special courses and in basket exercises. These we can study in detail in other classes. Next are the training and development process. It is basically a 7-step process in which the company first identify the training needs. What is the need of giving the training to the employees? Firstly, to evaluate or assess the training needs. After that, the second step is ensure the employee's readiness. It is also very important that the employee should also ready to take the training. If we are forcefully giving the training, the employees cannot give their best to the training programs. Next, create learning environment. A proper learning environment should be created in the organization so that the employee should enjoy their training period. Next is selecting training methods and materials. Training should be imparted with the proper training equipments, handwritten material or the other required material which are needed, or small equipments, machineries which are needed to be the workers for their training programs. Next is conducting the training. The training should be conducted for a prescribed time so that the employees should be available there. Then ensure transfers of training. It also to be, the training should be work into different batches so that they can perform one by one. And now is evaluating the training. That is, after that there is sometimes the organization taking a test also to identify that how much the employees get to know through the training programs. It's a like of feedback that the training should be imparted to the employees. They can get it over, they should get it or not. Next is the career development. Career development is the interaction of physiological, sociological, economical, physical, psychological and chances factors that shape the sequence of jobs, occupations or career that a person may engage in throughout a lifetime. It involves a person's past, present and future work roles. It is linked with a person's family life, self-concept and all aspects of a person's environmental and cultural conditions. It is an ongoing and formalized effort that focuses on developing enriched and more capable employees. Career development is a process through which the HR manager should focus on how a particular employee's career should be developed in the organization. The definitions are, it is the process in which personal experience, concept and publicly observable aspect of career interact to precipitate each successive stage of occupational status by Mansfield. Secondly, it is the self-development over the lifespan through the integration of the roles, settings and events of a person's career life by Gearbers and Murray. Now the career development process which is implied by the HR manager in the organization, it is a 5-step process. Number 1, self-assessment. Second, exploration. Third, decision making and goal setting. Fourth, reality testing. And fifth is implementation. Firstly, self-assessment. It is done by the employee to get where he wants to go in the future. exploration, then he searches the different options to fulfill his career needs, then decision making and goal setting, decide how he can go for developing his career, reality testing, is it on the same organization, how he can achieve its career development, and then implementing those. So this is the particular process through which the career development takes place. Thank you so much, students.